I think somebody's going to win 3 games. That's about as much as I'm willing to commit to. We are underway with game number 1. And Comp starting things off, looking to put one just inside the dotted line. He could not, and Jacob will carry this all the way across. And 11, again going with the old Roman numerals XI. Well, he's been a huge part of what Mamba Mode Gaming has accomplished up to this point. Dark will clear this downfield, looking to get by Jacob. It kind of does. Centered for Comp, and I don't think Comp quite believed he started turning off that. Had he committed to the play, it might already be 1-0.
Yeah, gonna bring that one down. Jacob again. So we got 2 Dominuses on the side of 72 PC, or is it just it's just Jacob? But Ty's on a Finnick. I was reading that all kinds of wrong, but really no true offensive pressure yet out of the side of MMG. It looks like the majority of the control, at least on the offensive half. A couple opportunities there that could have been converted on, possibly for 72 PC. But really, they're just kind of bombing the ball back and forth downfield right now. We're playing, the classic feeler first game volleyball match.
It is understandable if you thought you saw 2 Dominuses out there, with Jacob being the only one, because he flies around this field. He is always involved with 72 PC. He is waiting here as Comp has kind of made a mess of things, but Dark does have a clear right down the middle. That will relieve some pressure, but here comes Tyler. Going right down. He was gunning for Comp, could not hit him, and now Dark at least trying to get a clear. He's in a tough spot going up to his own backboard, and it just seems like 72 PC is a little faster to everything, and that speed creates that opportunity for Wonder.
100%. Jacob coming through, just flying by as fast as he can, gets up, meets the challenge as they tried to get an outlet pass to the corner to try and take it down the sidewall for the clear. Unable to do so, Jacob then disrupts the line as well, causes that guy, the defender, to have to jump a little bit early, which causes the bad touch and opens the door for Wonder. So they're definitely forcing mistakes. We've seen probably 3 mistouches or whiffs already out of the side of MMG. They're going to need to clean that up a little bit to get past this 72 PC offensive pressure and be able to create some of their own.
Popped up. Com is not able to go for that, so 11 has to make an awkward challenge in midfield. Jacob with a wave dash to win that challenge, takes out Comp, and Wonder will get there just in time for the goal.
All of this gets opened up right there by that fake against Dark. Jacob makes it look like he's going to come up high. He's going to try and bang that one across net. Eventually, it does go across net, but that's after he then wins the 50, pushes for the defender once again, causing them to have to pinch the ball with Wonder. Another open net. So Jacob being very involved, getting in the faces of MMG, making them uncomfortable, and Wonder is just going to keep putting them in the net. He is the finisher right now.
Wonder has made his entire career off of just kind of being around and having that one series every 3 or 4 where he's the guy, where he just goes off and puts everybody in the backpack. That's what he's doing right now, with his team really up against it here in the 4th round. Dark looking for Comp. There's Tyler, and 11's got to get up in a hurry for that, but he's not going to have any support behind him. Dark is taken out, so Comp has to come all the way back from midfield just to get a touch on this. Jacob for Wonder again. Not quite, as it's blocked away.
Yeah, they're not really able to get this out of their half. I mean, the few times that they have, they've had to just kind of bomb it downfield. And 72 PC, again, just controlling the pace and the pitch here. Again, Dark comes up, he comes across. They don't have anybody in their face. Comp could have come forward, and they could have maintained possession of that ball. Opportunity here, they're going to get it. So they do convert. But that could have gone a touch quicker there. You see Comp kind of turn off of it earlier, where those opportunities, I think that they could speed some of these things up. They're not making use of the space that's given to them. However, as I say that, I'm probably wrong anyways, because what do I know? They just scored a goal.
These two teams, this kind of constitutes an offensive breakout for them, as they are not near the top of NA in this tournament in goals per game. they're nowhere close. It is 1.6 from Mamba mode, 1.5 from 72PC, and there are not many teams that are below that. I think all of them are out at the moment, except Frontline, who may be at the end of this round. This is Jacob trying to center. He can't, but more time off the clock. That may be good enough. Here's Wonder now. Gonna have a tough time getting to that as it rolled up towards the ceiling. Dark looking for the top corner, and he just missed the mark. Tie Knot Tyler with a clear, and that is backbreaking for Mamba Mode Gaming.
Yeah, 72PC was one of those teams that didn't necessarily put up a ton of goals throughout the rival season either. Even with strikers like Lion Blaze and stuff on the team, they just weren't really putting up a ton. Their defense, though, they tend to keep up with the pace of play on the field. This is definitely a different looking 72PC, but it has a similar, slightly similar play style in that they're kind of playing the midfield, quick passes out to the outside there, like they just went for with Jacob, and they just kind of make the game play at this, not necessarily fast pace, but sort of this medium speed where they're really comfortable, and they maintain that pacing throughout the match.
A good effort getting downfield by Mamba Mode as time expires. Would have got him back within one, giving them a shot at a kickoff goal, but it does not materialize. Good defending all the way from 72PC. They get a hat trick, a natural hat trick from Wonder as they take game one. They passed the eye test, I think, with flying colors there.
Yeah, they definitely, in this situation, they were dominant. They controlled everything on the field. They only allowed 4 shots versus their 13 and only let 1 in for those 4, so they're doing fairly well. I like what I'm seeing so far out of 72PC. Again, when they're up against a team that allows them to control that pacing and set the pace of the play that they want to do, 72PC looks great. They have a really solid spacing and rotation.
So everybody's ready to go for game 2 here on Urban Central. Again, 1-0 to 72PC. Both these teams are in the 1 and 2 bracket, so somebody is getting knocked out of this regional when all is said and done. 72PC one step closer to ensuring it's not them. They try to move on into round 5 a little bit later on. Big kickoff here for Mamba Mode Gaming because they've got to get off to a quick start, you would have to think, against 72PC. The way they dominated most of that game, they had opportunities early on, did Mamba Mode. Ooh. As they get a shot here from Dark. He can't convert. He's had the best looks at the net as Wonder can pop that up, and it will be Jacob trying to get around Comp. He does not, but nobody diving forward for Mamba Mode. Kind of playing a little passively back in midfield, looking to restart the counter. Dark looking for 11s and just led him a little too far.
Comp with an opportunity.
Comp with a shot. That's save. This is much better, I think, Supersonic, for Mamba Mode. Coming out of the gates, firing on all cylinders early.
Yeah, they right at the beginning, you said something about them kind of playing back, and it looked like they were more getting prepped to get into this attack. And once they got down the field, they got possession of the ball, they've sped up a little bit. We're seeing them try and make these plays. Dark on his way out, keeping possession. They weren't doing that in the previous match. They weren't trying to maintain possession when things went wrong. They were comfortable just kind of giving up the ball. Shot from Comp, gonna be off the woodwork though as it comes off that left post. And 11, gonna still keep his ball in play. This is what they needed in the last game. They need to try and maintain possession of the ball. You can't let 72PC just play their game.
The shot accuracy was a little bit better. Who knows what would have happened in game 1, because they certainly had enough opportunities if they could get the ball on the net to make a game out of game 1. This goes to the backboard. Ty thought about going up the back wall. Instead, we'll just play it coming down because, again, nobody forward enough to make it much of a threat. Here goes Comp. He'll play Pepper with the backboard as well. That is misread, but Comp threw it wide. Now 11 coming up. He can't score, and Jacob is going to be off the mark as well going downfield. No harm, no foul on either side, but a backflip from Dark gives Wonder the opening he needs.
Yeah, Wonder's not going to miss that shot, and all of this really coming from that missed shot by Comp. You know, you were saying that they weren't getting these shots on target, and really the target should have been that 2/3 of the left side of the net that was open. That's where that ball should have gone, and he ends up whipping it wide right. So the approach angle just off on that attack from the get-go. This one should convert, though, as there's nobody in the backfield, and 11 just going to watch that one roll on in.
Well, that's exactly the kind of answer they so desperately needed. Because if this game started to get away, who knows where they would be at mentally with their tournament life on the line here in Game 2 in Round 4. Off the kickoff, it should be Comp's ball. It is. 11 is downfield. Who's going to go up? It is both Wonder and Tie Knot Tyler. It was open low, but Jacob comes across and makes the save high.
Yeah, 72PC really hasn't been able to get anything going. They did have that opening goal for this match with Wonder coming in, but they haven't been able to convert anything. Good touch there from Comp to try and keep that ball away, and now looking for that outfield pass, but Jacob, being Jacob, already up in the air in the midfield to break those up, and that's kind of where that comfort level typically is for 72PC, and they're starting to find their rhythm here, and the breakdown in rotation is starting to occur on the side of MMG. They're going to need to figure something out here.
Always be moving. That's got to be the mantra for Mamba mode, and that
Never
is
mind.
just
No, it doesn't.
whipped on. Oh, boy.
I was about to say that works. Just take Jacob out of the play. That's fine. But nobody on the ball. Dark had so much faith in Comp to make contact with that ball, and Comp, unfortunately, with the whiff, and that's not the first one of this series for him.
Yeah, this is turning into a nightmare for Comp, and feel bad for the guy because this is one of the guys who, I mean, this is the biggest stage he's been on. He's been in a couple of the local Canadian events, especially the World Gaming tournaments. He has been, on a land stage before, but getting this opportunity here in the RLCS, it's a different beast. Now he's going to try to make up for it here as 11 will find Comp. That's a good ball out to Dark. Dark couldn't get up for it in time, so Wonder will slow things down and take over for 72PC, and they almost get yet another. Would have been his 5th.
Yeah, Comp's getting close here, and you were saying about it's his first time in the RLCS. This is his first time at this level, so I don't necessarily, we're talking about some of the mistakes he's making, but I don't think it's bad. You're going to have to be there your first time at some point and get that experience. Everybody's been there. 11 trying to take that shot from Dark. Jacob there to knock it away. Quick one on net, though.
Yeah, there is a lot of growing up to do for a lot of players in North America this weekend, and Jacob, who's been around the block a few times in the pro scene, he will take advantage here. His second goal of the series. He's also got 3 assists because Wonder is just a god in this series, and this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, this one's kind of fallen apart for them. There's been some flashes here and there where they've had moments, but unfortunately it's just been exactly that. It's been brief moments where they kind of get things going. The issue is, how do you maintain that? How do you, when things get thrown awry, how do you get back into that rotation once it gets broken up? And that's where the comfortability of these RLCS and some of these teams that have been in rival series, and these guys have this experience. And you can see that that's not exactly there for MMG. Jacob gonna walk that one in, 4-1. If it wasn't done already, it is now for this particular game. Jacob gets their 4th.
Yeah,
his 3rd hat trick for him.
Yeah, his 3rd. So it was a natural hat trick for Wonder in Game 1. Just a normal, regular, run-of-the-mill hat trick for Jacob in Game 2. Comp will carry this through. They'll try to get one more at the horn. Instead, it's going back the other way. Wonder just runs it up to a 5-1 scoreline. There certainly was.
It just unfortunately wasn't for them. And look at the angle from Wonder to actually float it. Just barely gets it there.
And so it will be 72PC up 2-0 in the series when the dust settles here. And yeah, everybody is just stopped. It's like, okay, enough already. 3-1,
yeah.
Then 5-1, and now Mamba mode. Backs against the wall here going into Game 3.
in the start of that, we liked it, right? They came out, they opened up, they said, you know what, we're going to set up, get ready to run this offense. We're going to get ready to go into this offensive rotation and create a little bit of pressure. We'll play 3 back, let them come into us, and then counterattack, and then maintain pressure. And they made some touches, but you could see that they weren't quite as comfortable as 72PC is about staying up and maintaining that pressure. A lot of the times, that's where Wonder really shines, is when they start putting pressure down for 72PC. He's that guy that'll make that decision if he's in that third man position, whether or not to come in and be that finisher. And he lets the other 2 get in there and just do the dirty work, whether it be bumps, whether it be kind of awkward touches on their way out to just pop it up to give him the opportunity. They make the most of those opportunities, and we're not seeing them get created on the side of Mamba mode.
Will Utopia Coliseum be the final resting place for Mamba Mode Gaming here in Week 1 of the NA Regionals? Or will they finally get a W in this series and start the comeback process? Dark trying to make his way through. The Pride of Stockton, go Ospreys, doesn't convert. Now, 11, beaten out by Jacob. He's going to have to scramble back and try to get in position because he's going to be called on to clear this out of the way. Wonder.
Look. My bad. Go ahead, Stacks.
Oh, no, absolutely. Go for it.
I insist. Wonder no longer has the ball. Never mind, he does. So we'll come off of that down to Tyler. Not going to be able to get it. Jacob commits, though. This is a bad situation. Wonder going to wait that one out. Oh, my. Somebody had to have called that for Wonder to not touch that. From his angle, that had to have looked like it was going in. Almost a double tap opportunity there for Tyler. Man, heart had to have been pounding there. The amount of trust from Wonder from whoever made the call. There had to have been a comms call there to say, let that ball go.
Just narrowly missing, and that has been the theme for Mamba Mode Gaming. Dark throws this off to the corner. Top trying to bring it back center, but Dark's going to scramble back now because Tyler's there. And he did well to get by Ty, but it's Jacob. Oh, it's saved off the line, and then it goes wide from Wonder.
That placement from Jacob was disgusting. They are very lucky that they were able to get up and get a touch on that ball. It's still almost squeezed in between the bar and the bumper there to make that goal. Jacob going to get up here. They're fending them off. So far, defensively, they're at least holding off the offensive pressure of 72PC. So, in that side, I can say that that's improving. They've got to find a way to get this out of their half, though, and convert that into offense. Wonder now coming in, doesn't get it. Not Tyler, though. He's there to clean it up. 1-0 once again here in favor of 72PC.
Yeah, Dark's in a tough spot there, and he almost got clipped by Wonder, but he's just looking up, watching that, and I don't know if he knew exactly what was coming downfield between Wonder and Tyler. And as it works out, 72PC strikes first again. Then Tyler gets by 11, and this is going to go into an empty net.
Tyler gets by 11 and then just blasts Jacob out of his way. Stop it. This is my ball. You're not taking this. Absolutely not. Up 2-0 as we get under the 3-minute mark here in a do-or-die situation for Mamba Mode Gaming.
Pop on the kickoff, it rolls right to Jacob, but Dark is right there in support for Mamba Mode Gaming. Again, desperately needing 2 goals, and this one goes through. Comp finally has something go his way.
Comp gonna find it here. Off that touch, Dark gets the bump on Tyler. Wonder kind of in a tough situation there where he's a little close to that side post and has to find it as he threads the needle, not able to get up in time to get the touch. Ends up knocking it into his own goal. And that's something to work off of. We're only down 1. You've got half the game left. Wonder trying to fake it low there. And Dark going to bring this one out to 11.
Balanced by Tyler, but Dark will just roll that right at Jacob. Tough ball for Dark on the side. Tyler's there. And 11 just got enough to disrupt the shot. But now another opportunity. Wonder is lurking. Kopp is up in a hurry. He'll have a full tank of boost to work with as Ty comes up again. He won't be able to follow, but Jacob will. So too will Wonder, who strikes again for his 6th goal of the series.
He is so comfortable just being that person to come in and commit at the end of plays to turn plays into something. He's so confident in that third position when he decides that it's time to go. That's really where Wonder shines. And it's nice to see him in that position. Also, earlier we saw, they had some call-off plays where he created that pass down to Tyler, which in situations like that in the past on Rogue, they would end up in double commit situations between him and Kronovi. So it seems like the comms on this setup for Wonder are working pretty well, at the very least between him and Jacob on calling each other on and off balls. We're not seeing a ton of double commits out of them.
Out of the corner, Wonder is down there in a hurry to keep the pressure on Mamba mode as 11 can't clear the zone. He needs Kopf's help. Can 11 get a piece of this? He can, trying to get around Wonder. There's another opportunity. Dark looking for a double at a tough angle. And Tyler disrupts. Wonder will get there for a save. He does it all for 72 PC, at least in this series, as it looks like they will be able to survive. They got to hold on for another minute. Jacob can't get there ahead of 11. 11, oh, it was a tough angle to react to. He couldn't get the shot down or on target. Dark now dropping one in front. Nobody there to follow up. Jacob should have a clear. And this, at least one more opportunity for Mamba mode, but again, close is just not good enough. This is not horseshoes. As a result, 72 PC still holds a 2-goal lead. 11, again, blocked by Wonder. You look at all these chances, Supersonic, and you wonder how they are not ahead in this game.
Because Wonder's there.
Yeah, I guess.
You're wondering why, but Wonder's been there. Tyler's been there on some great reads where they could have converted off of backboard passes, but he makes a tough read and ends up getting on it. And then he makes reads in the center of the field when the ball drops to him, and he just puts him away to just kind of wrench that dagger around. Just a little bit of extra pain as they send them out.
Well, it has no doubt been a learning experience for Mamba Mode Gaming. This squad, they went a lot of emotion on their trip into the RLCS, into this regional. They will have to wait a few weeks to do it all over again as 72 PC knocks them out and in the process stays alive to go to a 5th and final round a little bit later on this evening.
Yeah, gonna go through. They're gonna have to run the gauntlet, which is, the story of some of these teams. I think that's one of the big things about this. We talked about it throughout EU. We talked about it yesterday is, teams that you're expecting to go the distance or get in early aren't always making it. It's definitely been a grueling style of tournament for these teams where they're having to play through, and it's, do you have that mental fortitude in these game 5s? 72 PC didn't seem too slow down here, they look fresh. They look like they should be able to go into a game 5 and do pretty well. So we'll see who they end up getting matched up against. That's going to be the big decider on whether game 5 is going to be fun or not for them.
You know what is going to be fun is, let's face it, probably game 5 in our next series. Because we've got Alpine and Omelette coming your way. Again, two teams that have entertained already on this stream. You saw them last round. Omelette with a reverse sweep to go to 2-1. Alpine with an absolutely dominant performance. Who do you think's going to win at home? Join the discussion at RL Esports on Twitter. Use the hashtag RLCSX. FDOT will read every single one of your tweets, and then he's going to read them to us in the green room once we're out of here. That's coming up next, though. Alpine and Omelette right after the break.